Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress. I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Welcome back to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast, a framework for consistent achievement. I'm Desiree Stapleton Nick Gonzalez, Harvard Certified Business Strategist, PMP Certified Project Manager, fractional COO, and someone whose work has been seen in more than 50 publications, including Forbes, Business Insider, Entrepreneur, and Thrive Global. So let's get into today's topic. A lot of people carry this belief, and most never say it out loud, that the only way to get something good is to suffer for it. They think pain proves worthiness. They think struggle is the toll you pay for progress. They think trauma builds character and makes them deserving. But many of us didn't struggle because it made us wise or strong. We struggled because we didn't have a choice. And surviving something doesn't mean it was necessary or noble. So when I say you don't have to suffer to accomplish your goals, I'm not saying it casually. I'm saying it as someone who built structure after life nearly broke her. Not because hardship was some heroic part of my journey. I mean, now it is, but it wasn't then. So let's break it down. People romanticize suffering like it's a rite of passage. You hear things like, I got it out the mud, I had to fight for everything, or nobody helped me. And yes, those stories exist, and sometimes they're true. But suffering is not a prerequisite for success. It's not required. It's not the entry fee. Some people start their journey from a hard place, but that doesn't mean you have to stay in that place in order to deserve good things. You are allowed to build a good life without being broken first. You are allowed to move forward in peace. A lot of people don't realize this, but guilt plays a big role here. People feel guilty when something is going well and it didn't hurt. They feel like ease makes them unworthy, and that if the process wasn't painful, they must have done something wrong. But ease is not a shortcut. Ease is a skill. Ease is a design. Ease is structure doing its job. And once you understand that, you stop assuming suffering is part of the formula. Another belief people hold is that struggle builds character. But struggle doesn't build character, it builds survival instincts. Two very different things. What actually builds character are things like showing up consistently, keeping your word, healing your relationship with yourself, regulating your emotions, communicating honestly, creating structure, choosing alignment, following through even when it's boring, not brutal. Survival is not character, structure is. And we need to talk about trauma too, because people often present trauma as this dramatic turning point, like you need a rock bottom to rise. But trauma isn't a milestone, it's a wound. Pain isn't motivation. Rock bottom isn't inspiring. Almost losing everything doesn't magically make you ready to build something new. You don't need to be destroyed to become deserving. You are allowed to grow from intention, not injury. You're also allowed to choose effective over difficult. There's no prize for doing everything the hardest way possible. There's no reward for exhaustion, no extra credit for dragging yourself across the finish line. The people who create consistent results aren't choosing hard, they're choosing clarity, they're choosing structure, they're choosing alignment, they're choosing support, they're choosing systems that actually work. Hard doesn't mean better. Hard means hard. And finally, you don't need a dramatic backstory to create a meaningful future. You don't need a near death moment. You don't need to survive hell before moving forward. You can build a beautiful, strong, sustainable life from quiet decisions, simple structure, realistic habits, and honest accountability. Success isn't earned through suffering. Success is earned through structure. So here's the bottom line before I start crying. You don't need suffering to validate your progress. You don't need trauma to make your story worthy. You don't have to pay for your goals with misery or pain. You are allowed to have a soft entry into the life you want. You are allowed to grow in peace. You are allowed to receive good things without fighting for your life to get them. Your goals don't require suffering, they require structure, they require presence, they require consistency, they require a decision. And that is enough. If you're ready to accomplish your goals through structure, not struggle, you'll find exactly what you need inside Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the program. Visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com to begin. I am Desiree Stapleton Gonzalez, and this is Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.